the Harris-Biden regime, they are stuffing foreigners in the reddest communities across the country, in small town red America. But Emily, just so we're clear, the Haitians that are in Huntsville that are raping your women and hunting you down at night, it's only going to get worse unless Donald Trump wins. A new report from Fox News shows that across the border, 13,000 people convicted of murder, 15,000 people convicted on the non-detained list, meaning they're currently roaming free around our country. And that does not include the 2 million gotaways. And since those are the border jumpers who avoid border encounters, it's safe to conclude the proportion of convicted criminals is even higher than that, 2 million plus of them. Thank you for being a member. And stay safe in Alabama. And pray Trump wins, or else things are going to get really bad. They're going to get even worse. There will be hundreds of thousands of Haitians brought into Alabama, and they will become your masters.
They will become your masters. I wonder if these people realize that Haiti doesn't actually share a border with the United States, but that's kind of another question. That's another topic for another day, I guess.
With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show.
It is important to remember, though, how this racial conspiracy theory about the Haitian immigrants came about. It was based off of the lie spread that claimed that Haitian immigrants had been stealing and eating dogs. We remember the soundbite. Remember Trump at the debate talking about eating dogs, right? Kirk is making this a major talking point, however, but it wasn't long ago before he was mocking pet owners. Look at this.
Let's see. They want pet bereavement leave.
Hold on, wait. So if your pet dies?
Yeah, like if Sparky dies, you get to take
there you go.
Sparky
there you go.
Your pet
Sparky?
funeral.
No.
Sparky
okay.
It's so weird. What a horrible human. I mean, I don't know. What is his point here? But he is saying a lot of disparaging things about an entire community of people. He has no proof for it because the proof doesn't exist. He's saying that these specific people, these Haitians, are coming and terrorizing people. Maybe like brown people weren't scary enough, so then they're like, oh, black people, they're even scarier. Let's go with that. Let's go with immigrant black people. That'll really, rile up the voters. Sharon, what do you make of this? It's so racist. And it's not, they're not even trying to conceal how racist it is.
And their little Beavis and Butthead giggles. It's so juvenile. These are grown men. It's just, stop it. You're hurting people. I saw out of the Cleveland metro area, Ohio, of course, that Subodh Chandra said, we're going to sue and swear out a criminal complaint. Nobody's acted on it. You're making people unsafe. There's bomb threats at schools. Kids are like, what's going to happen to me? And there are regular-ish kind of people who are actually believing this. I see MOS interviews, man on the street interviews, where the media goes up to what appears to be a normal-ish privileged person, and they say, this isn't true about the Haitians stealing your pets and eating cats and dogs. And the person responds with, well, he may have got it wrong in this case, but there's verifiable proof of it. No, there's not. It's not true. And so these people are just grifters, and they're not worthy of our attention. Unfortunately, there's a good number of Americans and people throughout the world who want to follow this kind of hate and ignorance.
Yeah, it's really sad whenever something kind of, is presented into the world, then it doesn't go away, right? And people like Charlie Kirk will pick it up and run with it and just, further the lies, right? They're not just eating your pets anymore. Now they're doing all kinds of other horrible things. They're killing people, they're raping people, whatever else he's accusing them of. And the only thing most people know about Haitian people, if anything, is that they practice voodoo sometimes, right? That's the thing that people think they know about Haitian people. That's it, and they don't even know what voodoo is. They don't know anything about the practice. They just think it's this big, scary thing that is practiced by these people who are practicing things that they shouldn't be practicing because it's outside of the church. And that's it. And they demonize it, literally demonize it. And it's it's hurt people. It's hurt entire communities of people in our own nation's history. New Orleans, if you go to New Orleans, it's kind of funny. Like New Orleans is one of my favorite places in this country. And it's so cool because it has so much of that voodoo culture ingrained within it, on top of like Catholicism, on top of, you know, all the colonial aspects from the French and the British and whoever. But there is, like, you know, a large Haitian representation there. And it's so cool, you know, like it's so interesting, all these different cultures. And, you know, we call ourselves a melting pot here. We're not, you know, you can't be a melting pot where everybody comes in and contributes and creates this cool society if you're demonizing people, right? And you're saying those people are the ones, they're going to hurt you and your family. They're going to destroy your pets. They're going to do all these terrible things. And it's not biblical, you know? So it's really sad what's happening. Any final thoughts, Sharon?
Yeah, it is sad. And to have to boost yourself up by tearing somebody else down, I always thought was so stupid. You know, when I was a runner in college, I was, you know, whatever. And even before that, you know, our team was state champs pretty much every year. Okay. And I contributed to that. But they have these heat, Jazz, where maybe there'll be 8 heats and the top 2 runners are going to make it to the finals. And I never wanted a heat of just scrubs, although that's what you do, right? People who are slower, they want to make sure the best people make it to the finals so that everything's okay. At the end of the day, I want to compete against the best. If we want to cure cancer, if we want to figure out infertility issues, everybody's got to pitch in. Everybody's got to get a chance at getting in the game here. And that'll help all of society. But people are so afraid of losing what they've been given by birth that they don't want to release any of it. So they have to push back on just other good Americans, and it's sad. It's really sad.
Yeah. And one last point that I forgot to make earlier, what Haiti is, it's there in the Caribbean Sea. It is prone to a lot of natural disasters. It has a history of just like, it has a really terrible, sad history in general. And I worry about the implications of demonizing an entire nation of people because, you know, the time may come where they need help and the people of this country may or may not support giving them the help that they need. So those are kind of like the longer term effects of this kind of rhetoric that we're dealing with. So